Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. I'm gonna fall asleep now.
Okay. That's okay. I did that and I was like, oh,
Yeah, why are your
I'm
hands yellow?
I'm coffee dyeing paper.
Ah, I
So
wanted to do that, but I have to wait till spring.
okay, so I tried the oven method. Nope, not working
Mm-mm.
for me. Like I'm not
Mm-mm.
worried I'm gonna burn the house down because I'm sitting right there. Like I'm not leaving it.
Yeah.
I'm right there. It's taken too long.
Yeah.
So I did all this stuff and now it's just out on the table and I will let the Texas heat take care of it, probably faster than my freaking oven can.
I probably will.
So, aside that it's 84% humidity though, so it may take a bit
Oh,
longer.
maybe not. Yeah.
But
Well,
it's still hot.
I've done nothing but you know what?
I
That's
know.
morning, noon, and night. That's all I'm doing is the hamper program. And right now, I'll be 110% honest. I could care less if anyone gets a hamper. Isn't that horrible? That
No,
Okay, but deep down, that's not true. But outwardly, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of packing boxes. I'm sick. Do you know how many times I've packed a female 11-year-old? And I look back on the sheet and it's a male 11-year-old. So I have to unpack the stupid box. I have done double the work because I can't concentrate.
so maybe you should just stay home.
Oh, yeah.
Let
Okay.
your know-it-all friend do it all.
Yeah,
But
okay.
she's gonna take credit for it
Credit
anyway.
anyway. But
I did all these boxes all by myself.
I don't know.
Oh,
I can't even. And I've got nothing ready for the trip. We just checked in like the other yesterday.
oh, you can
Got
check in this early.
Oh yeah. Um so we've checked in to the cruise, but I can't get Scott checked in. So I had to phone the Okay, here's another thing. Can you tell me why it is every single time I want to refer to the travel agency, I say real estate?
Oh, I don't know.
Can can
I get
can,
it though.
can anybody diagnose me, please? Because every single time I say I had to get in touch. Like right away, I'm thinking travel. In my head, I'm thinking travel, but I want to say real
Because it's
estate.
the agent part. It's the agent. It would throw
Yeah.
me off too.
Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna back. Okay, I need to calm down a little bit because
Eat some more. What are you eating over there? Hi, choose.
fudge.
Oh, fudge. You're still working on the fudge?
Oh yeah,
Oh, good.
I don't eat it. I just take little bits and bits
Okay, well,
here and there.
you haven't been home long enough to eat
I
all of
know
your fudge.
that's true. But yeah, so anyway, I had to phone there to see if she could help, and I haven't heard back from her. Worst case scenario, he just takes longer to check in when we get to the port. That's all. But anyway, anywho, it's my life in a nutshell.
For my glasses, I had the smudge right in the middle of my eyeball.
Oh, I know. I did that the other night, and quite frankly, I was too lazy to get up because I was so tired. I just left it there.
So how could you even see TikTok if you
I,
had a smudge?
I just looked through it. I saw everything's blurry. I
It's
thought,
like, oh, look, everything's so
yeah,
blurry.
geez, I really should get up and clean my glasses. Nope,
Okay, well, I did find a cure for your cold hands on TikTok, so
you did.
you really should get one of those for yourself. I could
Yeah.
just see you. I got one for my Kindle.
Did you?
Yeah. And not
Yeah.
because of any reason. It's like if I'm reading in bed and I'm holding the Kindle, of course it's not down here. But you have to tap it every time. Which
Oh,
it's not that it's oh my gosh, that's so much work, but
we're all so hard done by, aren't we? I have to tap
but I'm like
it.
snuggled up and it's not convenient.
Yes,
It's
I
not like if
know.
I'm sitting at my desk and I can just tap, right? So I'm
Yeah.
all snuggled and I'm in the covers and I'm holding it and then I have to constantly do that and then I can't play with my cat and there's just it's
Yeah.
issues.
Massive issues.
Hey,
Don't
I
we
am
all?
bearing my soul to these people,
I
okay?
I I have them too. Massive.
I'm like, okay, but somebody created a product so I don't have to feel this way. I already have to feel like crap about a whole lot of things in life. If I can
No.
feel better about not having to tap my Kindle, so be it.
The good thing is you know you're not alone because the person that created that probably felt the exact same way.
Exact same way. Yes. See? And you want one, so there's at least three of us in the whole wide world who don't want to have
Who
to
think it's
tap
a
our.
fabulous idea.
Yes.
God forbid I should take my warm arm out of my blanket and skip to the next TikTok.
But why should you have to?
I shouldn't have to. There's an invention for that.
That's right. So go for it.
So, what are we talking about today?
So today is like our top 10.
Oh,
Um, so and it's different for both of us. So we interpreted that differently, which is great. I think it makes for an interesting podcast that we do things our own way. So I'm doing it does
okay.
if we did everything exactly the same, be like, okay, but we're throwing a little spice in it.
A little
A
spice.
little spice.
I
And
don't
I'm
have
dancing
energy
like
for
there's some
spice.
music. Well, I don't either. See, this is as much as I got. And now my neck hurts, so I'm done. But top 10. So it can be your top whatever.
Yes,
And that's what
top
I'm doing.
whatever.
Top whatever. And if something pops into my head, I'll be like, oh yeah, that reminds me. I like that too.
Hmm.
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Okay, I can go first. So,
Okay.
I kind of went down the list of thinking, okay, my top 10 songs, TV, or podcasts. I didn't get very far because I really don't like music. Is it? Okay, that's one
I
thing
don't
maybe
either.
nobody knows about me. I don't, I like certain kind of music sometimes, but I'm not the kind of person that like when I get in a car and somebody's left the radio on, I turn it off immediately. Immediately.
Yep.
I just don't. Anyway, so why don't we get to the one song I put down?
Okay.
So, everybody, hang on to your hats. My most favorite song that I listen to every single day, first thing in the morning, you'll never guess. And I'm going to tell you The Sound of Silence.
That
Do you
is
know, do you know that song? And,
yes.
and I like the version from Disturbed, the band called Disturbed. Yeah, that I love it. I love it.
And then you
And
spend the rest of your day trying to find silence.
yeah, I just love that song.
That's
So
awesome.
that's my most favorite song. Now, TV, I don't watch regular TV. Okay, I don't have like a cable system. I got rid of all that. We stream everything.
Hmm
I literally, no word of a lie, 90% of the time I watch YouTube. Pardon me. And then sometimes I'll watch Netflix. But on YouTube, it's always about cop stuff, body cam, uh, people stealing in Walmart and how whack job they are. I get a real kick out of that kind of stuff. I don't like, what else? Oh, the crafting stuff. Obviously, I'm in there,
Right.
looking at all kinds of people do things way better than I could even imagine. um, and then that's that on there. Netflix, I have a top few things that I watch on there. I love the movie. What's the movie called? Pitch
Lucy.
Perfect.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Pitch.
Lucy.
No. Oh, I like Lucy. That's a
I
really good
know.
movie. That's a really good movie. But my top one is Pitch Perfect. I must have watched that, I don't know, 80 times. All three of them. Um, and yeah, the other thing I watch on there is horrors. Throw me a horror and I'm a happy camper.
Oh no.
Yeah, I like horror movies. And podcasts, I listen to podcasts, but one, and it's true crime. And that's all I listen to. I, quite frankly, if I ever decided to off anybody,
We got this.
I know for a fact they will never find me. I know how to, I know what to
You know
do.
people with a pig farm?
Okay. Uh, it, I have watched enough of it to know that, you know what, Lori? You need to create a whole scenario before you even go and do that deed. Build yourself up
Oh yeah, a whole
a
alibi.
whole alibi before that
Mm-hmm.
even happens. So yeah, there's it. I'll be good.
You have a whole backstory.
There's a whole thing.
Everything is accounted for.
Yeah. But other than that, my top 10, that kind of stuff, nah.
Okay, what's your top 10 number one candy?
Oh, top 10 number one candy. Um, I have to say it's Reese's peanut butter cups, but the thins, not the big
Oh,
thick ones,
yeah.
the thins. I like the thins. So I like that with a cup of tea, cup of coffee. Um, yeah, that's
What about your top 10 drink?
right now, alcoholic or otherwise.
Do both.
Okay,
One
okay, I'll do both.
alcoholic.
Okay, so my top 10 drink of choice that I drink all the time is Starbucks caramel latte. They sell them in a big
Mm-hmm.
thing like that. Yeah, right now at any given point there's five of them in my fridge. So I don't
Okay.
run out.
God forbid.
Yeah. The alcoholic one is I really like Caesars.
Okay, explain to people what Caesars is because I didn't know.
Oh, Caesar is like a clamato with vodka. It's got a little bit of juice from the pickles. Put a garlic pickle in it. You could put a asparagus pickle, but the juice from whatever you put in, a little bit of that, and then pepper and rimmer. Yeah, some people put a stick of celery, and God forbid I should be a little healthier, but no, take the celery away.
Okay, anything but celery. That is just like
Yeah.
crunchy water with string.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't
So
either.
I get we have asparagus, we have beans, the long green beans, and then
Mm-hmm.
we have these pickles that go in the cup. So yeah, my son makes a really good Caesar. My youngest, not the one I'm here with. Well, I'm sure he does too, but Scott usually makes it for me. So um, but yeah, that's my most favorite. Now, there's other things that can go in it, but I don't like it too spicy. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
I like it so that I could down it, not sip.
Who has
Sip
time for that?
Sipping is for pansies. I like to gulp. Yeah.
That's
So
funny.
that those are my two tops. Yeah. Any other questions?
Food.
Oh, spaghetti has to be my favorite food.
I thought it would be Chinese.
Oh,
Oh no,
I
you
don't
don't like Chinese. That's the flip.
I
Okay.
don't like Chinese. I'll eat it, but it's not, I would never, like if someone said, okay, Lori, we're going out for dinner, where do you want to go? It would not be Chinese food. It would
Me
be the
either.
keg. And the keg, it would be for the steak, the lobster, the shrimp, all that kind of
All
stuff.
that.
That's my deal. But I don't like, yeah. I really don't like meat. But at the keg, I'll take a prime rib, a slab of prime rib. The way they do it is just the garlic mashed and the yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I want to go there now. I
Okay.
just
Bye.
yeah. So that's kind of it. That's my fave. But everyday regular food at home is spaghetti. I like spaghetti.
Okay. All right. Well, you had all the things that I
I
wrote
didn't
down.
know we were
So,
asking each other questions. So,
well, it's just I wrote those down, so I thought I would ask you what yours
oh,
were. So,
okay.
okay.
So what about you?
Movie,
Yeah.
Gone with the Wind.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
That is about the only movie I can watch over and over and over again. There's a few, but that's number one. TV series, The Big Bang Theory.
Isn't that the
I
best?
am watching it again right now. Like
I
I
forgot
can't
about that. See?
I
Good for you.
can't I will go maybe a couple of weeks and then I'll have to start back up again. And if I'm in a really like bad mood or, I just am feeling down or I have an attitude from hell, I'm like, you know what? I need some Big Bang Theory. I need some
Yeah.
Sheldon. I need some Penny in my life
Yeah, I know.
because they make me laugh and
Absolutely.
it's just so good to me. Um,
You're welcome.
so yeah, thank you. Because
Yeah,
actually, you are the one who introduced me to Big Bang
yeah.
Theory.
You said you could, I don't think I could watch it. I said, try it, and then you'll get hooked. I think
So
that,
hooked.
but don't you find the first couple episodes is like a little bit difficult to get used to because you don't know what Sheldon's all about, and like it's a kind of dry sense of humor,
So dry, but so good.
but yeah, it's really really good.
And
We're
that's
pro we're
because,
probably preaching to the choir. I bet you
right? I mean,
everybody's
everyone's like, "Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's great." Okay,
yeah.
the only way I can watch it is on HBO Max, and so I was using Kenton's Max account, but he canceled it, which is fine. So I had to go get my own. I
Oh,
cannot live without it.
I know.
That is my, you know what, you're safe for me today kind of show.
Yeah.
Like it puts me where I need to
It
be.
does. And Pitch Perfect movies do that for me. Just and here I'm like flipping back and forth here. I think I like that movie, the series, because it's funny, but also because of the songs that they sing. Like they're singing a cappella,
Yeah,
right? So, but and then the next breath I'm saying, I don't like music. Right? I didn't say I don't like music. I don't like music on the daily. I
me
like
either.
certain music. There's, some that I am okay with, but my husband likes to listen to that the guitar, the wailing guitar
Oh
and the
my gosh, it's the
somebody kill
worst.
me. Like we'll sit in the car and he'll start playing that and I'll go, seriously? Have you learned nothing from the travels that we have in the car? You know I can't stand this. He goes, oh my God, you can't stand this. You can't stand that. Then shut the music off.
We can write in silence, and that's what
Uh,
Kenny and I do most of the time. Is
it's just,
unless we listen to one of the podcasts because there's actually this one podcaster that both of us like to listen to. So and that's on my list. Okay, next for me, my favorite drink,
okay.
non-alcoholic because I am no longer drinking, is Diet Dr. Pepper. If I could only
Oh,
have one, it'd be Diet Dr. Pepper. But right
yeah.
now, I'm totally addicted to my Sprite Zero. It is the winter spiced cranberry,
Oh,
but it's very
I
seasonal. So it only comes out like this time of year. Like in January, I won't be able to find it anymore.
I
So we're
don't
not
think
gonna,
they I don't think they sell that here.
oh,
So
wait. Well, they
I'll
don't
have to
sell a lot
watch
of
for
things
it.
there. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
good. But I have like 4 cases
Yeah.
on the shelf in my, because it's gonna be gone. Anyway, you do what you
Yeah.
gotta do.
Yeah.
Food. If I could
Food.
only pick one thing to eat for the rest of my life, it would be a loaded baked potato with brisket with barbecue sauce on the side.
Really?
God,
That's very
yes.
specific.
Because that's my comfort food. I could eat that for any reason, anytime. Happy, sad, whatever, doesn't matter. Loaded baked potato. It has to be chopped brisket with barbecue sauce on the side because I like
See,
to
I'm
add.
like that with soup. I could eat soup every night of the week and be happy.
My second one would be my homemade chili. I do love that. Like when Kenny went out of town for that week, I cooked a big old pot of homemade chili because I knew he wasn't gonna be cooking for me, and I just ate that every day because I didn't have to cook.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right. My favorite song is by my favorite artist, and that is Amarillo by Morning, George Strait. And I could listen to George Strait all day. No, I couldn't. I can't listen to any music all day.
Just
But
gonna say.
that is the one artist that I don't mind if his songs pop on and like I'm not like, oh, turn it off or whatever. So that one mainly because it has the fiddle in it. I love a fiddle.
Hmm.
It's my favorite instrument is the fiddle.
I do like country music, just not
Yeah.
on the daily.
No,
Uh,
because it
When it
can
has to
get
be,
really sad.
well, that's the thing. It has to be specific country music.
Hmm.
Anything that's going to
Like
make me cry,
upbeat.
forget it.
No, I don't like to cry either. That is one thing that you and I have so like a very strong aversion
Hmm.
is crying. It's like, is that gonna make
Yeah.
me cry? Because if it is, I'm out. Like it's not
Well,
happening.
you know it's something bad if I'm crying. If I'm
I
like I'm
know.
right sitting here crying, you know that there's an issue, that
I
I'm deep
know.
down struggling with something. Yeah.
But both of us would be like, oh, you should watch this show. It's like, is it gonna make me cry?
Yeah.
No, no, it's not. We're good. We're
I don't need
safe.
any help.
Right? I can do that all on my own. And
So
then
yeah.
podcasts, there's two podcasts. I love
Oh.
listening to Perplexed. So it is true crime, but it's also other stories that are just perplexing, like alien abductions.
Oh.
And you know what I'm saying? But like things that have been like
But do you believe in that?
documented. I don't, but here's the thing, I don't believe in it, but I'm not going to go as far as to say that the person who believes they experienced it don't believe it, if
I
that
mean,
makes sense.
obviously if you listen to it, it interests you enough to,
I mean, I find it interesting, but it
yeah.
doesn't mean that I'm like, oh, yep, I'm all about the little green men now.
Yeah.
No, not so much. I find those kinds of stories very intriguing,
Yeah.
very interesting, but then the logical part of me kicks in and I'm just like, okay. If that was the case, why doesn't it happen more often? What I mean, what is the end game? Like, there's too many questions
Okay, so
with
devil's advocate.
very little answers.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I know. Sorry.
I know it's
But
fine.
do you think maybe there's not a lot of more cases because people, I think there's a stigma to it that enough that people, I could tell you if somebody took me up to their ship tonight, I would not get on TV or anything else the next day and say, hey, this is what happened to me, because I'd end up in some loony bin. So my thing is maybe that's the reason why you haven't heard of it enough. Maybe the ones that have mentioned it are okay with just mentioning it. Others are like, no, you know what? I'm running a business here. I cannot be.
A loon.
Yeah,
No, that could be a big part of it.
yeah. And
Sorry.
okay, what's your next thing?
Oh, so I have the Perplex podcast, but then there's this podcaster that Kenny turned me on to, and his name is Mr. Ballin, and he does just like weird stories, but he has this one on Amazon, and it is medical mysteries.
Oh,
It is so fascinating. And
I'm
I
gonna
find
try that.
myself like I'm listening to it and I'm trying to figure out, okay, what is that? Like, what is wrong with them? Like, what
Uh-huh.
amoeba is it or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, one of them, it was this baby ended up not being able to sleep, crying, all this stuff, right? Kept taking it. Oh, it's just blah, 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 blah. Well, finally, after it had a seizure and they did a head CT, he had a tumor. Well, they had to go in and
Oh,
operate. It was his twin.
what?
Yep, he and that
Inside his
happens.
head?
Yeah, and that happens like twins will not eat each other, but they will
Absorb.
absorb, right? And this one most of the time it absorbs and it's not a big deal. Other times it absorbs and it ends up in your stomach or whatever, and this one
Oh,
ended up in his brain.
oh
He
my
made a full
God.
recovery. But like it was just like I've
That is
never
something.
so bizarre. So those medical mysteries like are so intriguing and he is an incredible storyteller. Like
Yeah.
he will like you get hooked. He's really really good.
Wow, I'll have to try
And
that.
there's no sponsorship. There's no nothing. We get nothing from mentioning any of these people's names by the way. Except George Strait, we're buds.
What a dreamer you are.
Oh, yeah. Um,
That's funny.
so those are my I mean, there's so many things. I don't think that I like 10 of any specific.
I know, me
No, okay,
either.
maybe craft stuff. Like I think I could
Yeah.
go and list like 10 things that I mean, obviously Obviously, as you look around the horde of items I have,
You do have some likes.
I do, but
That's a
honestly, there's not, I don't have 10 movies that I would just,
specifics.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, are there movies that I like? Yes. But not ones that I would watch over and over again. I wouldn't say, oh, these are, a must TV
Yeah.
series. I have watched a lot of TV series, a ridiculous amount. But then I don't go back and rewatch them. So for me, unless
Oh.
I want to go back and rewatch it, then it's just one I watched because it was there and I was, bored, whatever the case may be.
See, if I like a movie, I will go back and watch it. Just and Lucy is a prime example of that. I watched it one day and now I can't stop watching it. Like I must watch it every other day.
It brings comfort to you
And
somehow.
I don't know what it is. I think it's because well, first off, I can't even remember her name that's in it.
It's not Lucy.
No,
Oh, oh, you mean the actress?
the actress. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But obviously, Morgan Freeman's in it. So that should
Oh,
say everything. But anyway, I really like it. I like it a lot. So there you have it. That's my fave. And again, that's probably why I rewatch it, is because I like both of the actors and actresses in it, right?
Scarlett Johansson.
There you go.
I had to
So,
know.
so between the two of them, I really like the combo. So, yeah. Anyway, that's why I watch it over and over. Same thing with Pitch Perfect. I've watched The Intern with what's her, I can't even remember her name, but anyway, it doesn't matter. The Intern I've watched a few times, not as much as all the others,
Hmm.
but yeah, so I can watch shows over and over again.
I mean, I rewatched Criminal Minds, but mainly because I didn't finish the series and I couldn't remember where I left off because it was like years. So I just started from the beginning.
Someone told me long, long time ago that the reason why you do that is because you're depressed.
I
I don't know.
heard the reason why are people with anxiety watch shows over and over again because they know how it turns out, so it's very calming for them.
Oh,
I can see that because then I don't have to. Because Kenny and I are watching a show right now called The Old Man with Jeff Bridges and John Lithgow in it. Let me just tell you how stressful this movie is to me. I mean, I'm so stressed out for these people because I don't know what's going to happen.
yeah,
And then I think something, and so it causes, like, I'm still watching and I enjoy it. It's not to the point where it's like, oh my God, I'm so stressed I can't watch it. But there's some anxiety going on.
yeah,
Whereas when I watch my shows on repeat, I'm like, oh, I got this. I
yeah.
know this is happening. I'm good.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. I just get a kick out of them.
They make me feel good.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I wouldn't watch them again and again. So they do
yeah.
something for me. But I would say that that series is good though. The one we're watching, The Old Man.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, this is a peek into what our retirement days are going to look like.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so
Duh.
Sunday he sat and showed me all the trailers for all the shows that he has saved for us to watch.
Oh, well. You know what? It's better than packing up your house and moving in your travel trailer, and
That is so true. You know what? I do need to be grateful for the little things.
yeah,
Okay, I'm grateful.
the
I can,
alternative could be
it could be traveling.
well,
Oh,
can't
no.
be that bad to sit and watch a movie.
No, I can do that. I can
Yeah,
watch some shows because I can also work while I do it if I have to.
you're
I
good.
try not to, just for
Just
his sake.
work them in between
Yeah,
what
I'll do
you're
it in the
doing.
evenings
Yeah.
because his schedule. He's working out all day, every day while he retires, so
Okay,
we're
good,
good.
good. Good for him.
Yeah, I know. It's written down on the fridge because he told me, he's like, babe, I got it figured out. I was like, yes. So I'm right there. What are you gonna do? And I'm writing it down. And I'm just looking at him and I'm like, okay, what else you gonna do? That's it. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Good for you.
Very nice.
So good for him. He'll be happy. I'll be
What's the
happy.
next thing on your list? That's it,
That
right?
is all I've got.
Okay. Well, hmm, wow. We're not a very
No,
top 10 kind of people.
I'm a very basic person though. And I really feel that way about myself. I'm not adventurous. I I I like doing the same things over and over and over again.
Okay. So what is your number one dislike?
Besides people.
Okay.
Okay, and it's not even people because that's not fair. My number one dislike, as far as like what is that a tangible thing?
I don't know, anything. Anything you can.
I can't stand rude. I can't. Rude and disrespect. Those two things right there set me right. I will fight you. Like it just sets me right off the deep end. I can't with
I
the
know.
rude and the disrespect.
I know. So,
So that's
are you ready for my top 10 dislike right now?
the Lions Club.
No. Okay. But I've noticed this and it's really, really triggering me. And when you say that you just want to,
Fight people.
fight people,
Hmm.
I just want to pitch the biggest fit on the face of the earth when this happens to me.
Okay.
When I get a little thing in my nail and I can't reach for a nail file, like if like at the club, there's so many breaks in my nails right now, and every time I turn around, like it's catching on everything I touch, and
Hmm.
I want to scream bloody blue murder, like literally.
Oh,
So, like right now, I feel one right here,
that's a
and
disorder.
of course it is. Well, of course it's a disorder. So nothing you talked about was a disorder,
All of
but
mine are
I,
disorders.
but
Oh,
I,
I am a walking freaking disorder. No, but I'm
anyway,
saying it's a tactile thing.
it drives me crazy. So now the first thing I did when I got back here is I grabbed a nail file and I stuck it in my purse because I can't do it.
Do you have pockets in your vest?
Yeah.
You could put one in there too. That way
Mhm.
it's like you can just reach for it. So
I
speaking of that and my disorders, I do have misphonia, which they say it's the hatred of sound. That's not what it is, but it's where certain sounds elicit a very irrational
Oh yeah,
response.
me too. I got it.
I do, and it's so bad. Like it is awful.
Okay.
Some noises,
What's one? Let's see if we're on the same page.
smacking one.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Eh.
God. The worst though is when you are doing that and you can't breathe out. You're ah, stop. Like you've seen those movies where the psychos are like envisioning what they're going to do to the person.
Hmm.
Okay, I have that moment. I have that psycho moment because I'm envisioning taking a metal rod and shoving it right through your brain
Okay.
to make it stop. So that's one noise. What is the other noise? There's so many. Um, oh, the wrestling of bags.
Oh really?
If you don't pour those chips on a freaking plate or put them in a bowl, I'm gonna knock you out.
Okay, I
Like,
have
do
to
not.
remember that. Mental note.
Oh my gosh, can we just and then, oh my gosh, see.
Oh.
I'm either gonna hurt you or I'm just gonna jump off a bridge. Like there's but again, that's why it's very much a disorder because it elicits very irrational responses. You
Mhm.
know, yeah, there's the people that say, "Oh yeah, that irritates me too." Yeah, but do you really want to kill like do you fight back the urge to physically harm another human being because they are wrestling a chip bag? Probably not.
I do.
Me, on the other hand,
Not the chip bag, but my issues.
I am I can't. Oh, that wrestling, I can't. So like when I have to open packages, because all of our everything we get comes in those cellophane, is
Yeah.
like rip it off and take it out. I can't. It doesn't stay. That noise is just so awful.
I
Okay,
know.
but I'll stop. I have so many. But I'll let you talk now.
Okay, so couple of mine. This one bothers me, but not to the point where I want to, you know, do something, do harm to anybody. But when people put their fork in their mouth and they hit the fork against their teeth, can I kill you now? Can I?
Yes.
Can you not just put it in your cake hole without banging your like are your teeth that big that
I have big teeth
I
that don't
can't.
get to.
Okay, I can't. That sends me. Okay. The other thing is, are you ready for this?
We cannot go to a restaurant together. We're gonna lose our mind.
When you ask me a question and I'm answering you, and you're looking around and you're doing everything but listening to the answer.
I'm so sorry. I am so
Like,
guilty of that.
I, it's like, okay, seriously.
You should say Stephanie.
I want to grab the person's head and say, "Look at me! I'm talking to you." I can't. That my husband has a habit of that, and then he wonders why he walks. You didn't tell me that. Oh yeah, we had a whole conversation about it, but you decided to look everywhere else and do everything else but listen to me. So anyway, that drives me crazy. What is the other thing? Uh, there is something else, and I can't remember it. God, it just went right out of my head, but it was so good.
So good.
I can't remember.
Oh, another thing, the forks on a plate, like when people are like
Oh,
cutting.
yeah. Oh, I remember.
Okay.
Don't crack your knuckles in front of me because I will vomit. I'll vomit.
Oh God, I have to remember that too then.
They do it in my household and I lose my glue.
And it makes me want to do it so bad, not to get on your nerves, but I'm like, ooh, cracking my knuckles sounds like it would feel good right now.
Oh, yeah. Just saying that, there's something happening.
And I know that's the way I am with
I,
these chip bags and smacking and
I'm going to need
breathing.
to take some sort of Valium after this podcast because I'm all worked up. I'm not joking.
Gosh. Okay, Sheldon, just
Yeah.
conjure up Sheldon and Penny. Anybody?
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
not Howard though. He's
Isn't it
creepy.
funny? I would like to know if anybody else that's listening has those issues. What are your issues?
Yeah, what are your
Please.
issues?
You know what?
Misery loves company.
Listen to me. You're listening to us. Please look at me and answer my questions.
Yeah, and make sure you are looking straight at that camera when you are typing that answer for her. And let her know. Little
Isn't that
asterisk. I'm
something?
looking at you.
But you
My
know
problem is
another
I
one,
get distracted.
talking about rude, this is another thing that's rude, I find. And the club members have a real habit of doing that, and I can't stand it. I to the point where I'll say somebody's speaking. So when someone gets up to talk, and you have these little side conversations, it doesn't go over well with me because one, it's highly rude. Two, I want to hear your conversation and that conversation,
And you can't do
but I can
both.
only listen to one at a time. So,
And I'm gravitating to the one that's
so
not up there speaking because it's more interesting.
but anyway, I'm joking, but yeah, it drives me nuts. That to me, that is the height of rudeness when someone is talking in front of a group of people, and then you have some other people. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, because I could care less about what
So
that person up there is.
distracting
Mm-hmm.
and rude.
That is
Anyway,
rude.
that's. I think those are my top. Out of the 80 I have, those are the top. The top couple. Okay, there we have it.
I don't think. And the music. So the guitar sound
Oh yeah.
that elicits in me pure anger. Like
Yeah, me too.
like
I don't understand how
unadulterated.
anyone I don't know how anyone enjoys it.
But my husband has the opposite effect on him. When he is angry and he listens to that music, it actually makes him feel better. I think he's the psychopath in this marriage, not me.
Yeah, it has to be. Because
You
I
know,
think it's
because of that one thing he
yeah,
does, not
yeah,
the 50 that I do.
right? So true.
But because they
I,
say, music affects you and it does all these things and elicits all these emotions. Yeah, for me, most of the time it's anger.
I
It elicits anger.
well, it's yeah. I don't know when I listen to it and I'm hearing it like and I see him like bopping away like he's freaking 14. Okay, and I look at him and he's looking at me and he goes, "What?" I said, "Shut this off.
Or because I can't.
Shut it off."
That's awful. Like
So
Kenny
yeah.
knows, like he doesn't even. Now, if it's on when we get in the truck, he'll quickly turn it off.
Oh, really? That's nice of
Yeah,
him because mine won't.
because he
He'll
knows, because he doesn't want to listen to me gripe, mumble, and complain about his music choice,
yeah,
or he
no.
really doesn't want. Because it does, it's irrational. I know, but it's there nonetheless. I will get angry, and then I will be mean to him because that music is making me feel so much anger. And it's not even the words, because God help me, you can't understand those words.
No,
I don't
it's
know what
not the
these people
words.
are singing about. It's the noise.
It's the wailing guitar. It's yeah, it
Oh, and
that
it's
I
noises that
can't.
are repetitive. If it's a repetitive noise,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can't. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, shut it off. Make it stop. Like
Yeah.
if there was ever a drippy faucet or any kind of tapping in my house, I would tear the sucker down to
Okay.
make it stop.
So we do have some issues, you and I. I have come to the conclusion we need some psychiatric treatment.
Oh, I know I do. I know. I know I do. Uh, oh man, I just don't know that there is another human being on this planet who needs to be subjected to all of this.
Right?
Be like, okay, let me tell you about all my issues.
God. Oh.
Let me tell you, my sister went to one time and like we had very very hard lives growing up. And so she was talking to her psychiatrist and you know what is bad? When your psychiatrist is reaching for the tissue box because she is also crying because of what you're talking about.
Aw. Yeah, that's sad. That's true.
So it's I don't know. I know it would probably be helpful for me to see somebody, and I have before for specific things, but just for my life in general crazy, I think I got this under control. I just
Honestly, I'm going to be 110% honest, so seeing as how we're being real here. If I ever went to a therapy session, I swear to God, the first three of them, all I would do is sit and cry. They he wouldn't get an ounce of vocabulary out of me. I would
hey,
just be,
it
okay,
happens.
Mrs. Dean, so what seems to be your problem? That's the way it would be for days. Okay, we've had enough time. We'll see you next week. Okay.
I mean, three times, that's not too bad. If the fourth time you could actually talk, it may help. I'm
Oh,
with you
I would
though.
have canceled probably by the third
Oh
time.
yeah. Okay, let's
I
just be
don't know.
real. How many times I have canceled those appointments because I'm like, I know I'm gonna cry and I don't feel like crying today. So
Yeah.
sorry, I'm not gonna be able to make it because I'm
Yeah.
still crazy and I don't want to cry.
Oh, I know. But what are you
Because
gonna
my
do?
fear is if I start unleashing, it is not like it's a genie that you can't put back in a bottle. Like it's out forever. And that's what I'm afraid if I start crying.
Yeah. Oh,
And
I
I
agree. I agree.
And then two, there's another thing is like once you start doing that and you're on that road, changes have to be made, and that's a lot of work.
Well, and that the thing of it is too is it's you find out what your faults are. Like I'm not in fault for anything that's happening. So what are you talking about?
It is not my fault that rock and roll
It's
makes me
not
crazy.
that's
Okay.
right. I don't want to know the truth of the matter. I just want you to say the world is against me and you have every right to cry. So good on
You
you,
are so justified in wanting to hurt these people for smacking. That's what
right?
I want to hear.
It's so true.
But no, it's going to be okay, how do you think you could handle this better? I
Better,
don't. I don't think I can handle it
right?
any better.
Please don't make me think. Uh,
I am here. I am paying you to be on my side,
yeah.
dang it. Tell me what I want to hear.
Oh my gosh. So frustrating,
It is.
but that's okay.
It is. Oh my gosh, sorry. Hey, that is the first time this whole podcast that I've
Was it?
yawned. Yeah.
Never noticed.
Well, I'm very self-conscious of it now because it has been brought to my attention by several different people that I yawn a lot. Yeah, okay, well, you do something a lot.
Yeah.
We hang out with you. What are your faults? Let's find them.
Yeah. I want to hear everybody else's issues. Let's sit here and talk about my own for an hour and not hear from any of you guys. So
Comments, people,
go
comments
now to the
matter.
comments and tell me what your issues
But
are.
look at her while you're typing.
That's right. Don't look away.
And don't play any music in the background. Well, no.
We'll know.
Well,
It's
no.
too funny. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
goodness. I don't know either. Okay.
I'm
Bye.
sorry. Bye.
No, I don't have to
Ah!
buy.
That's okay. It's okay. I'm picking up my stupid nails.